What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day as always. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. Today we're going to begin rebuilding the WJ. So as you guys know, I blew up the front end probably 2 videos ago now. No idea what's wrong there. It's freezing still, as you guys can see by the icicles on the bottom of the Jeep, so I'm not going to bother touching that today. We'll worry about that another day. I'm not too concerned about it because we have the Wrangler axle swap coming to this Jeep soon. Now, we did go ahead and take the other WJ out, the one that's on 37s and a 6.5-inch lift. So I'll link that video down below for you guys to check out. We took this out in the snow yesterday. Super fun, and the Jeep did great, so I'm super pleased with that. Also, let me know if you'd want to see a tug of war between the Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee. Now, I know the Wrangler would win if I put the lockers on, so we're not going to do that. Seems like a good way to send out the rear day in a 35 before we do 1-tons. But today, let's work on the $500 WJ. So we're actually going to be working on the Overland storage setup that we built. So as you guys can see, I kind of like half finished the project and then never touched it again. Still have to finish painting. Didn't do any of that. Clean it out. It's kind of just became storage for parts. Today, though, we're going to be focusing on this drawer. So I want to put some foam in here with custom cutouts for our tools and get everything set up in here. Because if you guys have seen any of my videos recently, you'll know my toolbox is overflowing with stuff right now. I want to get these tools all put in there, or at least a spot for them in the Jeep. I do have these really cool magnetic socket holders, so we'll put those in there as well. But I basically want to clean out my toolbox and get some of the stuff moved over to the Jeep. So we'll be doing that today, since this will be the support vehicle for the other Jeeps. I need to clean this off. It's a complete mess. So we're going to take care of that today and get some of this stuff moved over from the toolbox into the Jeep, so that way we can get that all set up. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and get the foam inserts. So since this is a $500 Jeep, I didn't go out and spend a couple $100s. We got $10 foam mats from Harbor Freight. It's $10 a pack. Each pack is 4 of them. And these should do great with what we need, what we're making here. On the bottom side of this, I do actually have some actual foam that you're supposed to put in there, but we're not going to use that today. Today, we're going to be doing all budget build here. First of all, let's go ahead and clean this off so that way I have a clean workspace, and we'll get these cut to size. That way we can get all the tools set up, get everything figured out, and get this Jeep set up to be a support vehicle for the other 2 builds we got going on. And just like that, it's clean enough. I do kind of want to put a mat up here because I kept spilling stuff up there. So we'll go ahead and put something up there as well. But we'll do that another time once I can figure out what I want to put up there. Today, we're making the tool inserts for this drawer. Should be super simple. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and trace the shelf onto the foam. It's actually like a perfect size. Then we'll go ahead and get a second piece cut, and we'll get this, probably some spray adhesive to attach everything all together. So I got the first piece cut out, super simple. I just kind of traced it with the razor blade and got everything set up correctly. I'm going to clean up the edges once we're done. Now we're going to have to lay the tools on this and figure out how we want to lay everything out, get like kind of a layout going for them, see what works best, and then we'll attach this once we're all done. That way I can easily work on it. So got some of the tools laid out. I'm still not sure 100% what I want to put in this Jeep, but obviously we need some of the basics. So I got some of the basics laid out so far. So we're going to trace this with a Sharpie, and then we'll go ahead and get to cutting. But I did want to make sure that I had enough room left over for some additional stuff that I'm planning. So I got the first slot cut out. It's a little loose, so we're going to tighten this up on the next ones. And like I said, we're going to clean up all these edges once we're done. This is just to get the first kind of cutouts done. Now I just got to repeat the process for the rest of these that we got, and we'll be good to go ahead and put this in the Jeep. I think it should come out super sick. This Jeep should be super helpful to have, and I think it'll be a really cool build once we're all done. It'll be super nice to have a support vehicle carrying tools and parts for all the Jeeps we're using. Alright guys, so I went ahead, cut out the other 3 pliers and stuff, and got them in here. These are a much tighter fit, which I'm much happier with. I might go ahead and redo it just because the first one's a little loose. But you kind of have to press them in and press them out, which is perfect because you don't want them bouncing around when we're off-roading. You don't want them flying all over the place, getting messed up, making noise in the back. So this is perfect. I have a ton of extra room so we can get more tools for this. I want to figure out exactly what I want to run in here before I cut it all up. Now we do still have the bottom layer, which I'll probably put some like wrenches and sockets and stuff down in the bottom. I think that would be nice. We can easily remove this top layer anyway. And we'll have the whole bottom for tools as well. So we'll be able to fit most of the basic tools we'll need inside this drawer, which is super convenient because you never know when you're going to break, and it's nice to have the tools. I believe that spot is the perfect size to fit these sockets and ratchets actually still in the box they came in. So we're going to go ahead and see if they fit. I have to put these in there as well. But let's see if this box fits under there. I think it should. It should probably be like close to the perfect size, honestly. Perfect. So we'll just go ahead and put both those under here instead of cutting out a bunch of individual spots for sockets. I think that'll be much easier, and that'll be pretty nice actually. And we sell the box up here, cooler, and we'll have like extra fluids and stuff up here as well. Like I'll have gear oil, coolant, some basic water because you never know when you're going to need that. On top of this side, probably just a mat and kind of like a workspace. I think that would be super nice just so we have some space to work on. And then obviously all the tools in this drawer. Another thing I was considering was if you guys saw my hood light kit, that was super bright. So I'm thinking about making a kit for the rear. That way we can shine it down on our tools where we're working, all that kind of stuff. That'd be extremely helpful on the trails at night. But so far, I'm super pleased with how this is coming out. Actually, it's turning out sick and I'm super happy with it. Another idea I had to store some smaller bottles of like fluids and stuff was to put another piece on the side here with cutouts to fit these down in there perfectly. That way they're tight, held in place, and they'll just be easy to access but also out of the way. Perfect cutout to fit this size bottle. I think that would be sick and honestly super convenient because they're out of the way but still easy to access. And this will be carrying parts for this Jeep, so we'll have extra 1-ton parts, drive shaft U-joints, all that stuff. And the same for this Jeep, axle parts, basically U-joints, extra fluids, basic stuff that you might have to repair on the trail. I'm not going to do anything crazy on the trail, but it'd be nice to have the stuff to replace basics. Our whole day of wheeling isn't ruined if we do break in either of these two Jeeps. Now, there is still a ton to do to this setup. Like I said, I basically half finished it, but we have to finish painting. I have to add a handle to the cooler drawer. Just some little touch-ups here and there. I want to readjust some stuff. It's not perfectly set up, but it is turning out pretty good, and I'm super pleased with it for how little bit of work. Add a handle there, finish painting, and this thing will look much, much nicer, and it'll honestly be super helpful to have in the Jeep. Next up, let's go over what the plans are for this, like short term. Obviously, like I said, it's getting a full rebuild, so I have to figure out what to do with the axles. It's getting Wrangler axles, but I have to figure out for the time being. Obviously, I need new tires. It might get the 35s that will be on the other Jeep once we go to 1-tons on there. Not sure how well they'll fit, but we might go ahead and do that. Also, I'm going to be doing custom rock sliders on this, maybe a roof rack to carry like extra tire or like fuel, whatever we need to throw up there. It'd be nice to have the extra space since this Jeep will be a support vehicle for those two. Also, make sure you guys comment below if you want to see a tug of war between these two Jeeps. I think it would be sick. Honestly, the Wrangler will probably win, but it would still be a really cool video. Break out the drone, get some cool footage and all that. I think it'd be a fun video, so comment down below what you guys think. Should we do it? And it's freezing cold outside, so make sure you guys go ahead and comment anything you want to see done to any of these Jeeps. We might go ahead and do it. But as always, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the previous videos. You guys have been killing it with views. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.